I wonder what you mean when you use the word I.
I could be a fucking crescent roll and a chevron right now, son.
I've repeatedly been surprised to learn that all four of them habitually smoke marijuana cigarettes.
The bizarre nature of this fucking strange thing called life.
As you know, we always keep this thing on the DL.
All right, guys, welcome back. Episode 6, finally here. I got, well, first of all, thank you, everybody who watched last episode with Matt. Had a lot of fun with that guy. Much love to him. And thank you for watching any episode that you might have watched. If you're tuning in right now, I'm sitting down with another one of my really good friends for
Yes,
a
sir.
long time.
Yes, sir.
He's a producer. He's getting into some really creative stuff that we're gonna talk about in just a sec. I don't want to spoil it.
Yeah.
Well, help me welcome. Do you want to go be called SEVENRAXX or you want to be called Boston?
For sure, SEVENRAXX.
All right. I know him as Boston. This guy's SEVENRAXX
Yeah.
out here. Let's get into some producing first of all. Right before that, how you doing, bro? Let's fucking
Yeah.
make it official.
I'm
You know
doing
what I'm
good
saying?
out here, man. I'm doing good out here.
Yeah.
I'm good. I'm glad to be here on this podcast, man.
Hell yeah, dude. Thanks for coming.
I believe in my bro.
Dope, dude. I believe in you too, so I appreciate that. So production, we'll just hit the main topic first. What
Smack it.
what inspired you to do production? Like produce beats. I'm just trying to be clear.
Yeah. Well, I was always making music in school. I've always been able to read and write music ever since I was a very young kid. I'll say about 7 years old. And like I never realized that it was something I could actually take seriously and something I could seriously pursue until I was about 18. And I had a great trip where listened to Future one time, and it was the Dirty Sprite 2 album.
Oh yeah.
Yes, sir.
Hell yeah.
And I just listened to it, and I just felt like in my brain that like I mapped out every single aspect of his beat, and I was like, I know that if I learn how to do this, then I know for a fact that I can do this too. You know what I'm saying? Like, and if he's the best producer out, like Metro Boomin was, I was like, if I feel like I can do it and he's the best, then what am I doing? I gotta at least try it. You know? So I took the investment and went to school for it in Hollywood at Los Angeles Recording School.
That's sick, bro. I never like,
Graduated with honors. You dig?
dude, that's awesome, man.
Yes, sir. Took
I,
that shit hella serious. And before that, I had never taken school serious. I always thought it was cool to low key just like skim through it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't really tripping.
Yeah.
It was hella easy. Like I could have got A's, but I just didn't think it was cool. Like
Yeah, bro.
it was weird.
A lot
But
of
looking
people
back
have
on it,
that.
I probably should have though. Like, cause it would have been easy. Like, why not? You know what I'm saying? Like looking back on it, like why not? Like why not just get A's? Like, who cares? Like it doesn't matter what I think. Like I should have just done it because when I went to college, I was able to get straight A's so easy. So,
Yeah. Yeah, I mean,
really tried.
That's something. It's really common. It happens with a lot of people. I was always trying to get A's because my parents wanted me to,
Yeah.
and but I never committed to actually like putting in a lot of effort. I always was like, I thought it would be cool to get A's, but I never was like into it. So I don't know if that's the opposite or the same thing, but I definitely tried to skim through the whole thing.
Yeah. No. Yeah. You probably felt like you could though, right? If you wanted to.
100%.
Yeah, exactly.
100%.
Like it wasn't out of reach at all.
No.
And looking back on it, like I think it was kind of dumb. I don't know if you agree, but I was like, if you could have done it, like why not just do it? You know?
Absolutely.
I should have just got straight A's, but
Yeah,
it's all
dude.
Gucci.
Wasting a good education, low key. Like, something like I'm not saying that our school system.
I think I definitely still learned everything I wanted. I just like didn't do none of the homework. Did hella good on the test.
Yeah,
And
that's how I was too.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I always felt like it would have been at least pretty easy if I would have at least done homework. Because I just like you said, I was getting stupid grades on the test, like really good.
Yeah, that's
And
what I'm saying.
the
Easy
teacher
work.
Yeah, and did you notice that the teachers would kind of like hate, like not hate you, like they would definitely like you because they understood, that you're actually a smart person.
Yeah.
But at the same time, they were like
They'd
constantly.
be like, SMH.
Yeah.
Like, come on, bro.
Exactly.
You didn't do your homework again? Like,
Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah. Yep.
Nope.
For real, man. I remember.
I wanted to play video games instead, or I wanted to listen to music instead.
Yeah.
It wasn't important enough
Yeah.
to consume all my time.
Yeah.
And yeah.
For sure, dude.
I always had like a kind of rebellious mindset.
Yeah, you did. I remember those days. You were kind of like a wild, like not. I wouldn't say wild, but you were more of like a free thinker.
Yeah.
In a sense that you were kind of doing shit that not a lot of people, at least that we kicked it with, were doing.
Facts.
In the sense of like not even in a bad way, but like maturity wise.
Not in a bad way at all.
Yeah. You were just kind of like that free thinker kind of out there.
No, yeah, I was into some crazy shit.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, always.
Yeah. You kind of into some crazy shit now. Let's get into those
Facts.
clothes right there.
Oh,
I
yes,
want to
sir.
hear about those.
Yes, sir. Can they see my
fit.
shoes?
No, but if you lift it up, it's probably like right here.
Oh,
you know
okay,
what I'm saying?
okay. You gotta peep that.
Yeah.
You gotta peep that. It's a Lost But Found drip. You feel me? This is designed by me. That's my Lost But Found is that's my record company / design studio, where I design clothes from the design studio aspect, and then I release music under Lost But Found, and all my albums and everything that I've released has been under that record label that I've been running.
Dude, that's awesome. You made all these kind of moves, and it was kind of like went under the radar, at least for me a little bit. So I'm super happy to hear you doing all these things.
Yeah, hell yeah. It's low key because I'm still a producer, so they always look at the artist and shit first. But it is what it is.
Yeah,
A lot of people have been showing love to me for my producer album, and it's hard to get love when you're dropping producer albums. Ask any producer out there.
Yeah,
I bet you they agree with me if they drop a producer album. That shit's not easy to promote and support. It's
no, it's definitely not.
It's a collaborative effort. You gotta know these people personally. You gotta have relationships with them.
Yeah,
And if you a goofy, they not gonna fuck with you. Period. And you're never gonna have that relationship. You know what I'm saying? So, just remember that that's why I am low key, cause I'm making these real relationships, real genuine, real authentic. It's not me just sending beats in the mail to nobody. It's me pulling up and making beats for people. You feel me? That's 100.
Yeah, dude. I like when it's
authentic,
organic and
organic,
made, and it's
yes,
made.
sir.
It's made for, like, it's made not only in the moment, but it's made for the exact person that you're like. Kind of stumbled over it, but you're making it for that person that's gonna be rapping on it. You know what I'm saying? It's not like you're making, and I'm sure you do this a little bit, but like you're not just making beats that you fuck with and are just like these random thoughts, but at the same time, like you're probably doing some stuff that you think, oh, the way he flows would definitely match if I did the hi-hat, here, if he likes to hit the beat in his tempo.
Yeah, all that stuff would go into play. And I'll say what you're talking about is like a big difference between a beat maker and a producer, which a lot of people don't know the difference. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Facts. A producer takes an artist like their outcome dream of what the song is. They take that and then execute it and then make it happen for them, and they get the finished product like how they want. A beat maker just makes a beat and sends it out, and like if it gets placed, you're still a beat maker. You didn't, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's not. It's totally different. You know what I'm saying? That's why I respect like producers like DJ Khaled even, who
Mhm.
doesn't necessarily do a lot on the beats, but he produces it in terms of he gets these people together, and that's it's he gets the artist's vision and he executes it through his connections with people, and that's like what a lot of producers do. A lot of great ones like Quincy Jones as well. Great right there, legend. Using symphonies and shit. It's a part of is part of being a producer. A beat maker, making beats.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? It's just totally different ball game. And I wish people understood that.
Do you feel like there's a legitimate market for beat makers, or do you feel like it's just
Yes.
kind of people that, or okay, well you already answered, but
I'm not hating on them in any way.
for
I'm
sure.
saying there is a market for them to get their money, but it's a different. I hope that they understand that they're not really producing shit for anybody. They're making beats and getting them bought
Yeah,
like a product, and
Mhm.
and I respect it.
yeah,
But that's never was my goal in music to do that. So it's not my goal has always been to make music for a large amount of people, you know what I'm saying? Make hits. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Get on the billboard and get a following of people so I could lead them, you know what I'm saying? Like
yeah, man.
I feel like I got a good story to tell, and if people fuck with me for my music and they follow me and they see what I do, it's nothing but good things. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a perfect person, but it's nothing but good things.
Absolutely. That's a gracious answer. I really like that actually. Um, let's let's get back a little bit into like how long. So you said it it obviously had to have been after Dirty Sprite came out, but like how long have you actually like put your nose to that grindstone of just really just producing, like going full out on it?
Yeah. After that, I realized that I'm gonna make beats for the rest of my life. Like I'm gonna produce for the rest of my life. Whether it's gonna be like my main goal in life, I didn't really care. I knew at that moment that I knew I could make something like Dirty Sprite 2, that I can do this. You know what I'm saying? 100%.
Yeah, man.
I knew it.
I mean, I listened to that album you put out. Um, the rap, I mean, obviously it was good. I thought what really stood out though, maybe I'm biased, but I thought it was your beats that definitely stood out in each of those songs.
Good looks.
Yeah, bro.
Respect to every artist on it.
Yeah, man.
I think they did their thing, for sure.
Yeah, dude. Um,
I'm really confident with that album.
yeah, dude. And I like the artwork on it. I'm sure you designed that shit too.
I designed that as well.
Yeah.
Thank you, bro.
What is it? Something about hearts.
Seven of Hearts. Yeah.
Seven of Hearts. Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
I thought that was cool. I can't believe I feel bad for not remembering the title of the album.
No, it's all good. I know you remember the lock on the cover.
Yeah, dude.
Yes, sir.
100%.
The lock is my thing.
Dude, lock it down.
Yeah.
And I think we would be doing a little bit of a disservice if we didn't talk about one of the guys that was on that album that you worked with a lot.
Yeah.
And knew very well. Was Xavier X, Indie Hill.
Mm-hmm.
Would you mind breaking down your relationship with him a little bit?
Yeah. I would love to. First of all, I'm representing him right now. You know what I'm saying? I got my RIP Xavier t-shirt on. You know what I'm saying?
Oh wow, dude! I didn't even notice you were wearing that.
Yeah.
The jacket was covering it up, but yeah.
Nah, I wanted to represent for sure because I figured you'd ask something about it. You know.
Yeah, man.
But nah, he means a lot to me. He means a lot to me. I was living with him at the time that he passed, and we had already been working for a minute before that, and I was like one of the people he really believed in. He talked very highly of me, and he brought me money, he brought me plays. Man, he did a lot for me, man. It's hard.
Yeah.
It's hard to even it's hard to speak on it, but it's he done a lot for me, man.
Yeah. And
And we're gonna be releasing the music that he was working on at the time soon.
yeah, I was gonna ask about that.
And it's like all produced by me.
That's awesome, bro. I mean, obviously that's sad, but I'm happy for you that you have that left to kind of put out, and say that, like, just show like how close you were with the guy, you know?
Yeah.
Uh,
It changed me, man. It sucks.
Yeah, dude. I'm
But-
obviously really sorry about that.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, man. My bro living forever now.
yeah, man. He had
It turned it into a positive, you know what I'm saying?
absolutely, man.
Because he ain't resting. The boy never rested.
Yeah.
That's facts.
Hard worker.
Super hard worker, man.
Yeah.
Real shit.
Yeah, dude.
We had just made a song the night before. Had made a song a couple of nights before that. That's when we were almost gonna have a whole album ready.
Damn, dude.
We were one song away,
Yeah, man.
and I had the beat ready and shit. I swear,
Wow.
it's crazy, bro.
Yeah. I mean, definitely devastating.
Yeah.
He had a wide variety of styles too. He was
Yes.
very versatile in the type of flows that he could do.
He wanted to do everything. He wanted to prove he could do everything, bro.
Yeah, man.
Real shit.
Yeah. That's
So he
That's-
always tried to do that.
yeah. That's what we were just kind of talking about earlier before we started the podcast. Just how that's how you can tell someone who's truly creative is when they try to go out of their way to do different things and they have like originally put themselves into, like constantly break out of the box.
Yeah, facts.
I always listen to Always, and I
Yeah.
know that wasn't his typical style,
No,
but I definitely, that one caught me.
he wrote the whole thing, bro. He
It's
wrote the
good,
whole
very
song,
good.
bro.
Yeah, man. Cause you know how I heard about that was my boy. I don't know if you know him, but he made this brand, Time Wasters. My boy Josh Dolbeck, and X was in like a few pictures,
Oh, really?
like wearing the shit.
Oh, okay. No, I didn't know.
Yeah, dude. So maybe I could introduce you guys, link up, and do some projects because he's trying to make a little bit of clothes too,
No, for real.
and he's gonna come on the podcast too.
I've made a custom piece of Indie Hill merch as well.
Awesome, dude.
I was able to get some because I was living with him. He had wore it when he had it, and he hooked me up with some because he knew I was gonna customize it like this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wore it to his mass.
Damn, dude.
Yeah,
That's heavy. That's heavy, but that's also good. Like I can tell you're kind of taking this in the direction that he would want you to, you know,
Yeah.
pushing it forward, and just keep doing the type of things that you're doing. For example,
I know he's looking over me, bro.
yeah, yeah, dude. Let's see. Well, that was kind of heavy topic, but let's break back into some funny shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's a heavy topic.
Yeah.
Love my
So
bro.
yeah, R.I.P. to X, and you know, much love. We're gonna, or at least my dude
Much love.
SEVENRAXX is gonna keep it going.
Oh yeah,
Let's talk about
don't
like,
drop that.
yeah, dude. Let's talk about a little bit of some of the other type of creative things that you're getting into. A couple that you mentioned before we got here. Like, for example, you just got a tattoo gun. Or
Yeah,
some
I'm gonna get
equipment.
some tattooing going on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, dude.
I'm gonna get raw at that real soon. Real soon. It's my newest investment. I think it'll couple up well with what I've already been doing. I think it'll work simultaneously, work hand to hand. So, and it's something I've been advised to do by one of the only people I take advice from.
Yeah, dude.
So I was like, fuck it. Why not, man?
Yeah. Uh,
And I've always been solid at art growing up.
yeah, dude.
So
I remember you drawing some shit back in the day when we were
mhm.
kids. Didn't you mess with like a helmet or like some socks or something? Like I feel like I remember you were always like drawing on fuck. I can't really remember
I was drawing on shirts, bro.
shirts.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why that didn't come to my head. But yeah, dude, I remembered you. I definitely remembered you as more artistic before I knew you were into music as much as you were. I don't even think I knew that you were doing that kind of stuff back in the day. We're talking like
Yeah.
middle school,
Middle school, yeah.
early
But
days.
in middle school, I was taking guitar lessons as well. I wasn't. I stopped band at 7th grade,
Mm-hmm.
but I just kept on doing music classes on the side. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like through the city,
Mm-hmm.
they would have some like music classes.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. How do you feel about?
And I was always like listening to music. Like I don't know if it like I was always listening to it.
Yeah.
If people remember me correctly, like especially in high school because that's when they really let shit slide.
Yeah.
But if you I was always listening to music. Like when I was at Laverne Heights, I had my Zune that I was listening to at lunch and all types of shit. And when I was in high school, I had one earphone in every single day, and only a couple classes made me take it out, only a couple.
Yeah.
So most of them let me listen to music the whole entire time, and I would also be shaded up too in class. And
Yeah.
yes, I came to school high. That is correct.
Yeah. Yeah. I wouldn't doubt it, man.
Y'all went to high school. I went to school high.
I know.
You dig what
I
I'm
know.
saying?
Shout out Joey Bad, dude.
I thought I was slick wearing glasses in class, but you know damn well them teachers knew what was going on.
Yeah.
They're like, why is this one fucking kid wearing glasses? Boy, you know why.
That's funny, bro. Most people just use Clear Eyes. Or you would just
you know what? Clear Eyes, I fuck with them, but only if I want to kill my high because them shits kill my high. I
Oh,
don't know
do they
about
really?
y'all, but it's like I don't know. It should just be killing my high. I be feeling like awake and aware after I put them shits in.
yeah, man.
And I'm like, bro, I'm trying to feel high. What the fuck? Why am I gonna put these hoes in?
That's
So-
funny. I've heard a lot of people say that. I never felt like that.
And most of my teachers let me keep my glasses on too, bro.
That's crazy,
I
bro. In my high
swear,
school,
bro.
they did not.
Yeah, I know. At Glendora, at San Dimas, boy, they let that shit slide. One earphone in, glasses on, and hat on.
Damn.
Boy, they let me slide. They let me slide through, bro. That shit was beautiful.
Yeah, that's low key pretty cool. Yeah, we couldn't fucking have earphones in.
That's
That'd be-
why-
that's like a referral, dude.
Yeah, that's why I fucked with San Dimas.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's super dope.
Mhm.
Yeah, dude. So, when was there like a transition from, all right, well, I'm gonna focus on, my sports and other things that you were doing in your life to
Yeah.
making it about music? I mean, you already kind of explained,
Yeah.
how you decided that, but like, what was the transition like?
It was tough. It was tough, man. I basically took like a 6-month time period after I got generally discharged from the military to really just think about what I can do, what I want to do, cuz with my short time with the military, it really taught me that I don't have a lot of time. Like everybody's time is very valuable, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And that risking 4 years, 5 years of your life, like putting that away, and I was 17 when I made that commitment to put it away. Like I realized I can't ever gamble with my life like that again. I need to spend every day doing something that I love, doing something that doing it for me, you know what I'm saying? Because I was gonna go to the military for other people's approval, You know what I'm saying? To help out my family, instant gratification.
Yeah.
I did, you know what I'm saying? I liked it because I knew I was gonna be able to make beats in there, and I knew I was gonna be able to play football in there. So I was like, it's kind of a win-win.
Mm-hmm.
But I've realized you gotta do everything for yourself. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna die alone, and you have to make decisions for yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody can die, and like their opinion of you will die along with them, you know. And you'll have to be faced with the reality of your situation and what you got going on. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. 100%. I think for me, I still am not like past that. I want to do like I'm doing the things that I want to do, but there's always I feel like something holding me back. And maybe it's just myself putting it up, but I always feel like it's hard for me to just kind of like let go of these things that I like grew up with, like my parents' fucking expectations.
Yeah.
The way my family would think about me.
I know it sucks, bro, but at the end of the day, like, it's your life, bro. You have to go through it, you know what I'm saying? And if life is hard for you and what they're telling you to do and is going to make life hard for you, don't do it, man. It's just logical. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And sometimes your parents tell you to do some shit that is going to make you hate yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and what's better, making money or hating yourself? Or, you know what I'm saying, making no money or hating yourself, whatever.
Yeah.
So
And
people gotta realize they can do whatever they want. It just takes a massive amount of sacrifice, and they have to be willing to sacrifice what comes along with it. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
yeah, it's a challenge. I feel like a lot of people go through it. I don't feel like for me it's like I don't feel like it's that bad. In the sense of like I don't let it hold me back too much, but I definitely like kind of feel it in the back of my head, and at least like in whatever I end up doing, I want to do something that promotes like positivity or something brings something good into the world.
Yeah,
I
facts.
definitely would say that that's a positive of having that kind of pullback. Is it kind of brings you back to earth a little bit.
Yeah. I just
Yeah.
know one thing, bro, is that like I'm gonna get a following, and then I'm gonna guide them the right way if they fuck with me. You know what I'm saying? Because I just do good shit.
Yeah, dude.
You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna just lead by example. So one way or another, I'm gonna be a star. Is what I'm trying to say.
Hell yeah, man. I believe in you, bro.
That's why I got that tattoo on my hand. That's why I'm doing all this, and this is why I've sacrificed the things I've had to sacrifice to get to where I'm at.
Yeah, man.
It sucks.
For sure, bro. It definitely does, and it
You have to realize that,
mhm.
you know what I'm saying, some things just come with it.
Yeah.
If you really want it. It's basically like be careful what you ask for. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Because if you really want it, you're gonna have to take the cons, because there's pros and cons to everything, you know.
Yeah.
So you just gotta be prepared to take the cons. When I that transition you're talking about, that's when I fully invested in, like, I was like, I'll take the cons that come with it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, years of struggle, if it happens, whatever the case may be. It hasn't even been like that though, but thanks to my talent from God, you know what I'm saying? Like, shout out. You know.
Yeah.
It's I was willing to go broke for this, bro. I was willing to do anything possible. And any of my homies can tell you that.
Yeah, bro.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Well, I definitely have always known you to be 100% in guy. Like,
yeah, that's
you're
how
never
it is.
kind of wavering back and forth.
Mm.
That's probably my biggest problem, wavering back and forth between not giving a fuck and giving too much of a fuck, you know?
I would say it's not that. It's probably just knowing yourself, you know? If you know yourself, what you really want, then nothing is gonna stop you from achieving that. Nothing's gonna stop you from getting to it. No amount of words is gonna cut you down, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
You didn't ask to be brought into this world, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And that's my thing. Is like that's why no one in my family can really tell me nothing. It's like I didn't ask to be born, bro.
True.
Like if y'all want me to do all this stuff that I don't want to do, that's gonna make me hate myself. It makes no sense, bro. I didn't even ask to be born. If I'm gonna be born, I'm gonna live. I'm gonna at least do what I want to do, bro. That's facts. I'm gonna at least live every day like how I want, so I can look myself in the mirror at the end of the day and love that person. You know what I'm saying? And that's a beautiful thing, bro.
Absolutely. Yeah, self-love. That's something I feel like a lot of people struggle with. But
Yeah. I used to struggle with it as well, and then I turned 18 and I flipped the script and I just loved every imperfection about myself. And then that's why I've been able to move how I am. Is like no one can really tell me nothing cuz I'm keeping my peace, and I love myself, so I'm going to keep this peace. You know what I'm saying?
mm-hmm.
And nothing's going to stop. I'm going to protect it, you know?
Yeah, absolutely, man.
No one's going to just take it from me. Like I don't want to go back to not loving myself. You know?
I totally understand that, man. What is it that's so attractive about okay, well, first of all, have you done like live sets?
Yeah,
Live show
I
type
do
stuff?
DJs as well. I'm a DJ as well.
For sure. For sure. That's another
Probably
aspect of it.
Probably got some more events. Everything I do a lot of things, but you're gonna see that it's all like linear. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It's like everything is to push my main goal,
Yeah.
which is my music shit. Everything I do benefits it, man. My clothes, this is my own merch. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like everything I do is everything I do. I do graphic design now, and I'm making my cover arts for every drop on my album.
Yeah,
I have
bro.
another artist under my record label. I make all the cover art for him as well.
Nice.
I make all his beats as well. Well, I produce for him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm gonna make that difference in this
Absolutely.
podcast, you do.
Absolutely.
I'm for sure gonna make that difference.
And it's definitely almost goes without saying, but it's definitely beneficial when you can channel all your different creative like ideas into fitting into a certain realm that you're trying to do. You know what I'm saying? Breaking
Oh,
out of
yeah,
the box,
bro.
but also like keeping your stuff around the box. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, bro.
Not going too far.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
When I went to music school, I seen a lot of that.
Really,
I seen it all, bro. Like
people just kind of doing whatever. Like
if your viewers at home don't know this, and you don't know this, being a musician is hard, and not everybody can do it.
100%. I know. I've been trying to record an album with my buddy on the bass and guitar, so it's fucking. I know.
Yeah. No, see, when people try it, they kind of realize it. They kind of realize, like, damn, these guys are on some crazy shit.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep. How would you relate yourself to someone with the talents of let me give you like
I'm the
a
best white
famous
producer in the world right now. I'm the best white producer in the world right now.
Okay, all right.
Continue though.
Hell yeah, bro. I don't know
Continue
any. I don't really know white producers. You're like the only one. I know one guy I went to high school with.
I was just doing a biased reading on what I thought your question was gonna be. Continue though.
Yeah. No, I was gonna ask. That is a good answer for something that I didn't ask, but no, I was gonna ask something like that. And you tend to get rewarded for the amount of work you put in, as long as there's a certain balance of work and talent. It tends to like sort itself out in the way that you will get paid, or you will get this gig that could get you paid. You know what I'm saying? It's all a ladder, pretty much, like hard work, effort.
Yeah, and there's a
talent.
lot of details that you have to learn that if you go to music school you learn, but there's a lot of like legalities of even if you want to sell a beat, it's not easy just as like you think it is. There's a lot of shit that goes into that, a lot of legalities that go into that if you want to just do that. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
People don't even think of all that. So
Yeah.
Like, it's so much shit that goes on in the music industry, so many different aspects. Like, people have multiple managers, bro. People have one artist will have a team of like 10 people that none of them do producing or artistry. They're doing a bunch of random shit for this person, bro. Like, there's so many ways into the music industry that isn't just fucking rapping and producing, bro. And I wish people knew that too, bro. I wish that they had the same type of emphasis towards being a rapper and producer, singer, whatever the case may be, as fucking being a good manager,
100%.
as being a good A&R, as being a good record label executive, whatever the case may be. All these people have hella influence, man.
100%.
And like those people don't have to know how to make music, but they're balls deep in the music industry, hanging out with your favorite artist. You know what I'm saying? Way closer than you are, making beats at home. You know what I'm saying? So it's like people like, that's not what I know how to manage too. Like, that's something we learned. I know how to do all these different aspects. That's why I could teach people how to do all these different aspects. But like, there's just so many different aspects, bro. I'm just baffled that everybody wants to rap and produce, thinking that just anybody can do it.
True.
Oh man, it baffles me so much, dog. You have no idea.
Yeah. Yeah.
It ruins a lot of aspects in the game too, when it's like that, all oversaturated and shit.
I agree completely.
Putting your beats up for $5 for a lease? What are you, crazy? Selling your exclusive for $20, bro? Sell your laptop, bro. Sell your laptop, bro. No.
Oh my god. That's
Come on,
fucking
bro. I'm
hilarious.
keeping it a stack here.
That's fucking hilarious.
Keeping it whole SEVENRAXX here, dog.
Yeah, bro. Absolutely. I think well, just speaking on the managing aspect of it, that's one thing that a lot of comedians are starting to realize, is that they have these managers and agents that they're paying for, more specifically managers who just like basically don't do anything, kind of half-ass their job. They got like 10 clients and all
Entertainment
they do,
managers.
they're just on their phone, and you know what I'm saying? Like, all they do is spend time on their phone all day, but then they're like not cooperative with you because they think they've had a long day, when in reality it's not the same type of work that they're doing. You know what I mean? Maybe it amounts to like a lack of respect, or even just like the fact that a lot of people who manage and do that kind of stuff have more of a distaste for the people that are actually doing it, because that's something that they wanted to do. That's something that they were into, but then they had to find this back route. You know what I'm saying? So there is maybe
They're like half-assing it and shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's some bull.
Because
That's full.
because I know that happens in a lot of different industries. You know, people who want to be rock stars who couldn't really do it end up being managers because they just want to be around the industry.
Bro,
and
it's
at
a
the same
beautiful
time-
thing. There's nothing wrong with it.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with it. You're just as important as everything, bro. And I hope that the people that do it, like, I hope that their artists are taking care of them, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because they should.
Yeah.
Because these people in the background doing a lot of the shit, bro, they don't get enough credit, but they are a part of it, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Whether the credit, they probably aren't concerned about the credit at that point.
Yeah.
You're just as involved as anybody else.
Yeah. I'm sure there's like an equal amount of people that are at the same time.
You
like,
want to know a big shout out I could do right now? Is the person who made all this shit at Astro World.
Oh yeah.
All the rides.
Uh-huh.
He made this shit for Tommy Lee back in the day, for like Motley Crue and shit.
Yeah.
He's been making like elaborate stage things for a while.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
For sure. And what was his name again? Or what's his name?
Just shout out that guy, man.
Oh, you don't know the guy, but you just understand that
No, yeah.
he's making it happen. He's out there making
No,
it
he's a
happen.
huge part of it, bro. The fact that this man's able to perform like on a roller coaster and shit,
It's
like,
yeah.
it's a dope thing to bring to hip hop. It's
Yeah.
not something that hip hop is really about, but it's something that is it'll transcend the genre, and that's what I'm all about.
Yeah, dude.
I'm all about what's next. You know what I'm saying? I could make any beat. I just made a reggaeton track that's a fucking hit.
Oh yeah,
Fucking hit.
hell yeah, dude,
We working on the job for that right now.
for sure, bro.
But I've made anime tracks
Oh
like
yeah,
with Japanese artists. Like it has a Japanese release under me. Has a Japanese name and everything.
wow, that's cool, bro. That's cool.
So I'm doing all genres, and I'm trying to transcend the hip hop genre as much as possible. So I love it,
Yeah, dude.
and I have ever since I was a kid. I used to fuck with Tupac heavy, and I fucked with Kendrick heavy, and then I fucked with Xavier Wolf heavy.
Fuck yeah. I love,
Big shout out.
love Xavier Wolf. Wolf
Yeah.
Takahashi.
Big shout out to Xavier Wolf. I really fuck with him. Fuck with the whole Session Water Boys. I went to a lot of shows.
I
and
never
then,
got to go to a show. I
it-
always
it
bang
really
that shit.
It would always inspire me.
Dope.
Every time.
Dope, dude.
And that
Yeah.
was before I really made that decision to fully pursue it. And it was like one of their last shows. Like one of their last shows
Mm-hmm.
was my last show that I've ever been to. Because
Oh wow.
after that, I was like, if every time I go to a performance now, I'm gonna be on the stage. And ever since then, I've been on the stage. I haven't bought a ticket to nothing.
Damn, dude.
I've DJ'd at the observatory in Santa Ana, which was a huge milestone for me.
That's props,
huge
man.
huge goal for me.
Yeah.
I've
that's
opened
big.
I've opened for Chief Keef at the Belasco.
Wow.
I've done a lot of good things.
Damn, dude. I love this, man. I'm just finding out different awesome things.
Yeah. It's just shit I've been on.
Yeah. But Sesh All the Water Boys, they
Oh, yeah.
revolutionized at least if you're gonna not say like all of hip hop, they at least
Oh, yeah.
revolutionized SoundCloud as a legitimate platform.
Bro, the SoundCloud OGs, man.
Yeah.
And
100%.
Bones is like a huge unsung hero to a lot of people, man.
Yep.
A lot of people, bro.
Basically gave
I
birth to the
I
Suicide
respect
Boys
him
and
so
shit.
much. He gave birth to a lot
Yeah.
of people, and he never demands no credit. He doesn't care about none of that, and that is a beautiful thing. That is a dope thing. You know what I'm saying? That shows a lot about his character. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Absolutely.
Regardless of his image or not, it shows a lot about his character, and that's what I love. You know what I'm saying? Is when they get a following, and then they just show nothing but good things. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Regardless if you want to say his music is like whatever type of genre or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
If you follow him and what he does, bro does nothing but good things, man.
Yeah.
He's not spreading no type of negativity or none of that shit. And that's a dope thing, bro. If anybody like is looking up to Bones right now, you're on the right path, dog.
Yeah, dude. And that's
Bones the
what,
truth.
That's what kind of sets, average
Shout out
you
the
know,
kid.
here for 15 minutes of fame or not type of people is the people that have the amazing talent, but at the same time understand their role in the game. You know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah, it's like not every artist wants to even achieve that level of fame. That's a big thing. Is like because like I was saying earlier, like do you know what you're asking for type shit? Because if you really have that level of fame, you lose like you're sacrificing a lot of things, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
100%.
So there's some people that have known that, and Such Hot Water Boys happen to be one of them who have always preached like fuck record labels. You know what I'm saying? Always preach like do it yourself, and they always preach that they don't care about getting signed. I'm sure every single one has turned down multiple deals. I know Xavier did sign, but this man, you know what I'm saying? Bones didn't.
Yeah. Yeah.
I know Bones has probably gotten the most ridiculous offers,
For sure.
bro.
For sure.
I know for a fact, because you know for a fact every all these record labels want people that are like legends like that.
Mm-hmm.
And like maybe Bones doesn't get his true credit now, but I feel like when he dies, that's when people will truly like recognize him for his true effect in all of hip hop. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He got love from a lot of major artists, and he hasn't reached that level of fame. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
that's when they show love down the ladder like that, it's a really cool thing, man. Shout out ASAP Rocky for getting Bones on that album. Yeah.
Thank you. I was just trying to remember who put him on an album that was like so big
Yeah.
when I was in high school. I was like, God damn.
Yeah.
They took this song that was one of his like probably favorite or coolest songs
Hell yeah.
and put it on one of Ace. And now I remember it was ASAP. One of whoever it was dope track.
ASAP Rocky,
Like,
bro.
Yeah. Yeah, I know.
Dope track, Canal Street, man.
Damn, dude.
Dope ass track, man.
Yeah, bro.
They should have used Bones' verse on it too, but it's alright.
100%. 100%.
His verse was really good, but his that hook is fucking classic.
Yep.
That hook, oh my god, bro. That's why I'm sure all these record labels have had huge offers for him just to write songs for their plants. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Absolutely.
Every artist be having plants now, so.
Yeah. I mean,
But they need dope artists with real authentic talent to fuel that. And there are always people in the background. These songwriters are unsung heroes as well. If y'all look at a lot of these songs that y'all fuck with, you'll see that they have a lot of songwriters on it, and a lot of them are pulling weight, and a lot of them have written hits and have stacks of hits written, bro.
and it's kind of, there's like a stigma to it almost too, as being a writer or having writers. Not as much being a writer, but having writers.
I'm so glad you brought
You know
that
what I'm
up,
saying?
man. I'm
Well-
so glad you brought that up.
Yeah, well, I bring it up because I was gonna relate it to comedy, in the sense that a lot of like roast battles, a lot of these big TV shows where it's comedians and you think it's all them, and then you find out there's a writer. Some people are just some people don't fuck with that as much. When at the same time, there's so many different talents going on.
Yeah.
Personally, I don't feel like I would use a writer, or if I had to be a writer, if that was my only option in the game, maybe.
Or your entryway in, hell yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I know a lot of comedians who kind of came up writing, but then, you could speak on this probably, and I'm sure you're about to, but just how stupid it is to not want someone getting help from, say a writer or other people in their lives that might have an idea of kind of like what they should be doing with their work.
Yeah.
Or,
Man, what it comes down to is that there's multiple aspects to being a fucking star. You know what I'm saying? Like the talent has to be there, but you also have to have the image, and you have to have that energy, that stage performance, all this type of shit that cannot be taught. I repeat, cannot be taught. But there are people out there with amazing abilities that do not have the right image, bro.
100%.
And
100%.
and it is what it is. And like there's such a perfect, and they're amazing songwriters. So why not assist an artist? And the artist wins too, because they know it's an amazing songwriter. You know what I'm saying? They know it's going to be a hit because it's written by them. and that's what I'm saying, bro.
Yeah, one thing you can't take away from the person, no matter what, is the talent in delivery. You know what I'm saying?
The performance.
Yeah, absolutely.
And like and I feel like with comedy there's that too, for sure. Where like anybody can write it, but is there a person like with the type of energy like DC Young Fly or some shit? You know what I'm saying?
Just the balls,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
I'm gonna just use him as an example because this is the first person that comes to mind. But the person that I know that if they had a writer, I wouldn't even care, because it was like, I know for a fact that some probably funny ass fool gave that shit to him, and now he's finna turn it up. You know what I'm saying?
Bro.
Like, no one can deliver it like him. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I'm saying. That's the same shit that goes with artists. I like that connection for sure.
Yeah,
because like there are certain artists that the type of performance they give is just amazing. No one can recreate it, even if they tried. So, like Young Thug or something.
Yeah, that's unique as fuck right there.
Like Young Thug probably Young Thug probably don't even have no writers. I don't even. I'm not sure, but if he does, I don't give a fuck.
I bet for some of the more bougie songs that he was doing, probably, or maybe.
Oh yeah, like some of his more pop songs.
Yeah, but
even,
I know,
even if he did, and he brought like some of the greatest writers in that wanted to work with him, that's hard as fuck.
Yeah.
What do
Yeah.
you mean? Like,
Yeah.
like imagine you brought in some writer that used to write hits for Britney Spears or some shit. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like that shit would be hard. Could he give a delivery like Young Thug? Fuck no. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
dude.
Like, there's no reason to hate on nobody in the game, bro. If you're saying an artist is weak for having a songwriter, like, bro, I want to hear your rap, bro. First off, like, first off, I'm trying to hear your rap. First off, I'm trying to hear your song. First off, I'm trying to, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to hear your what your SoundCloud name is. You know what I'm saying? This shit better be hard.
Yeah. Absolutely. I mean, I got
Fuck, bro. Like,
over
your
here.
image better be sick with it, or else I'm putting you on the grill. Yes,
It's the
sir.
truth, dude. I'm gonna move away from the mic real quick. Well, actually, I'll just bring it with me. I got an album here. I got Damn on vinyl. I don't know where it is. I don't know where I put it. It's over here somewhere. But if you look at the inside, it gives credit to all the different writers he had on his song. There wasn't one
Yeah.
song on Damn that Kendrick wrote all by himself.
This man Kendrick has put out jazz albums pretty much.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? He doesn't care about what's popular.
Absolutely.
So that I fuck with Kendrick so much, man.
Yeah, dude. Kendrick was someone I looked up to a lot when I used to freestyle with the boys back in
Hell
the day.
yeah. Same.
Kendrick and Eminem, like wordplay, you know, just and Lil Wayne, dude, just the wordplay. That was what I was always about.
Yeah.
So those are some of the guys that I looked up to.
Hell yeah.
And-
Kendrick too means a lot to me, man. A lot to me. I was actually able to shake his hand one time at Dodger Stadium. It's so crazy how I had the opportunity to do this, bro. Like that's how I knew like that I was meant to meet him that day for sure. Because it was like he was at Dodger Stadium and we went down there and like there was only like a 5-second window between him and like the exit of the part of the stadium he was at, you know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
And bro, I just happened to be right there, and he shook hands with like 10 people as you walked out, and like if you didn't see him in that time, you did not see him, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it was a whole stadium filled with people, you know what I'm saying? So it was sick as fuck.
Wow, man.
I recorded it too. It was so crazy, bro.
Wow, man.
Because Kendrick means a lot to me, bro. His music has like saved my life, bro.
Dude, and I'm sure a lot of people would say the same thing, you know?
Yeah.
Uh,
Everyone that Kendrick's music saved their life, I fuck with you, bro. I fuck
Dude.
with you. Because that's real shit.
I'm not gonna say he saved my life, but he definitely was a big part of my life, mostly
Yeah.
a lot in high school, man.
Yeah.
And even like since then, he's one of the only people. I don't listen to music as much as I listen to like podcasts or YouTube or whatever.
Mhm.
But when I do, every time a Kendrick song comes on, that's just one of my favorite things to just kind of still chill and ride to. You
Yeah,
know?
respect.
Yeah.
I'm
Always
always listening to new ass music, bro. I'm always trying to find the next shit. Trying to find something to inspire me.
Dude, people started putting out so much fucking music that I couldn't keep up with it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
It's hard to keep up with, man. For sure.
yeah, like Young Thug just started putting out stupid albums, and then Kodak was putting out a stupid amount of albums. The Migos were putting out a stupid amount of albums. All these people and all these songs were playing at parties, and I would know the songs, but I couldn't keep up with. I couldn't tell you what song was on what album.
Yeah.
And it just it got too much for me, and I guess
I
maybe
think they kind of took a step back, man.
you know
In
since
general.
then you think so?
Yeah.
For sure.
I think people are starting to not flood the market so much, which
Yeah.
I think is smart. You don't.
yeah.
If you the more you flood the market out, the more quicker your flame will die out. And a lot of
100%.
artists are realizing that, and that's why they're taking these long ass hiatuses to drop fucking music, is because like all that hype's not gonna die.
Yeah.
What will die is the hype once you drop the shit.
Once
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
It's
it's-
crazy.
And especially if you're putting out so much that it's not your best work. You know, if you're just putting shit out to put shit out. Yeah, that's why some of the best people take the most time in between releasing like their projects.
Yeah.
absolute favorite comedian in the world is Anthony Jeselnik. I don't know if you've heard of him. He's on Netflix.
He sounds familiar.
I bet you would like his special on Netflix.
He sounds
really
hella
good.
familiar.
But he takes pretty much the longest time in between releasing his specials. He does a year of kind of going to the clubs a little bit and writing, a year of straight up really hitting the clubs, like going around the world or even locally, like hitting like the comedy clubs, and then he'll do a year in theaters, like on an actual tour, and then he'll put out a special. Well, there are guys that will put out a special every year. People think Dave Chappelle's actually someone who would put out a special every year, but that's not true. A lot of the ones that he put out on Netflix, especially when he released like 3,
We're rare.
yeah, they were ones that he'd had recorded a long time ago. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Even though he put out 3 within like a year span,
They were
he got a fat deal and he already had these recordings.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So the true genius.
Shout out Dave Chappelle, bro.
Fuck yeah, dude. That's something I wanted to bring up because you were talking about how you met Kendrick, and that was one of those things like you felt like it was fate to kind of do that. I used to go to the Comedy Store a lot. It's in Hollywood. I don't know if you know about it. It's like the number 1 comedy club in the world. And that's by the comics. That's per the comics. That's not per like public opinion, even though it probably is the public opinion.
Yeah.
The comics all agree it's the best place in the world. It's like the Mecca. And I'd been thinking about going on stage and trying to tell some jokes for a long time. And I just decided to drive out to Hollywood one night all by myself. And right before I was about to leave, I went to the bathroom, and in the hall where this guy I look up to, Theo Vaughn,
Yep.
who's I was telling you about him earlier, and he's someone that I listen to so much, and he made it, almost seem possible to do stand-up comedy for me. So I looked up to him a lot, and then seeing him that day, and then literally on my way out of the bathroom, I ran into Neil Brennan, who was a writer and a big actor on the Chappelle Show, someone that I looked up to a lot, and he's like a very witty type of comedian. And I met both of those guys. I was able to take a picture with them, and I was just like, dude, I have to get on stage. I have to. Like, that was one thing that really set that in motion for me. Stop me from like just sitting on my ass and thinking about it to actually going out and doing it.
Yeah, that's far.
Yeah.
That's far. That's all it takes, man. Shout out the creators out there giving out inspiration like that enough for another human being to say fuck it and jump. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Takes a lot of commitment to jump, especially towards shit that isn't always promised. You know what I'm saying? It's much easier to go the college route. At least some shit is promised. It's not even all promised then, but it's easier that way.
The only thing that promises is some debt.
Some debt and like a 50/50 chance at getting the job that they select.
Yeah. It's super unbalanced. There's plenty of millionaires and rich people that did not go to or didn't go to college or even didn't finish high school type of shit.
Yeah, I mean, it just depends on what you're passionate about. If you're passionate, then be there. If you're not, then bro, what the fuck you doing?
Yep.
What the fuck you doing, dog?
Yep.
Come on.
And a part of having that passion, it's true if they're the type of person that will stop and shake your hand or stop and take a picture with you. A lot of people feel too good for that. You know what I'm saying? And that shows the leadership that Kendrick actually had in the industry. Is that he's that type of person that will stop and kind of kick it with you. I bet
yeah.
Kendrick takes trips to the hood and just kind of like talks to people and
He for sure did. I was, bro. I'm telling you, I was a big fan of Kendrick way before he blew up, and I was telling everybody at middle school, bro. I swear, at Ramona, bro. I was telling everybody, he's the truth. He's the next one. Like, he's gonna be a GOAT. And everyone was like, nah. He's just another rapper, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And then Swimming Pools dropped. And then they're like, wait, isn't this the guy that fucking Boston showed us?
Yeah.
Oh my God, what the fuck?
Yeah.
This fool's huge.
Damn, like, if you really think about it, how that song really set him off.
Oh my God,
how
bro.
that song and Mad City, obviously.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, that came after that, you know. Well, I mean, it was on it, but.
Yeah, well,
That
Swimming
was the
Pools
single.
was released. Yeah, it was released ahead of time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But yeah, mostly the album, or that's what I'm referring to. But
Yeah.
uh,
Good Kid, Mad City, fucking classic. Hip hop classic, bro. Taking it back. Showing off one of the best MCs to ever grace the microphone.
yep,
Real shit, man.
absolutely.
And that's what hip hop was. That's how hip hop started, man. If y'all don't know how hip hop started, go look up Hip Hop Evolution on Netflix.
Oh, I've been meaning to watch that, man.
Yes, sir.
I got some bad information I said on a podcast one time. I had to edit it out because I went back and looked on it, and I was watching some like bogus,
Oh yeah.
some bogus hip hop documentary that convinced me that rap started in Florida. So I had this whole thing where we're like, yeah, I would have thought it started in New York.
A certain style of rap did start in Florida.
Yeah, but like the actual creation of like turnstile scratching the fucking DJ set.
Oh yeah, fuck no.
But I was very
That's some
very
New York shit.
mistaken.
Yeah.
Absolutely started in New York.
Yeah. Shout out African Bambaataa.
African Bambaataa.
Yeah.
I don't know who that is. Who's the one DJ that I don't know, KRS-One always talks about him, and a lot of rappers always talk about him. He was like the first DJ. I'm gonna look that up.
Cool Herc.
Cool Herc. 100%.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
You don't gotta
dude.
tell me. But
Alright.
it's not even just because of that documentary either. I'm not gonna lie. Like when I went to music school, they give you a background in music history, like how every single genre started, and how pretty much how every genre came from. Because every genre came from something. It came from something inspiring it. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And yeah, the history of music is amazing. A lot of people should look into it and see how really crazy hip hop really is. You know what I'm saying? How I'm not saying crazy in terms of grimy or nothing. I'm saying crazy that it's been ruling over the music scene for so consistently, like longer than any other genre. So I'm trying to tell you, that's why it's probably here to stay. If it's not, I'm chilling. But either way, I think it's here to stay because it's been around so damn long. At this point, it's pretty much like cemented in.
Yeah. I think just kind of like the philosophy behind rap is what made it like last so long. I feel like there's
It's do it yourself type shit.
yeah, absolutely.
yeah.
There's and there's a lot of automation going on in the world, like in other genres. Especially fucking EDM. But rap kind of like there's some subgenres of rap that kind of took that EDM and we're making songs out of it. Some people I like, Vince Staples made a song with some fucking guy. It was like an EDM song I thought was really good.
And they was doing that in Florida. That type of style of rap originated from Florida. Because they had disco beats, like electric beats. And they had DJs like slowing it down to make it so it was like more hip hop ish. And then like they had some people going crazy.
Damn. So there was something too. Maybe I just didn't remember what the fact was, but maybe there was something to that Florida thing.
Yeah.
I was thinking.
Maybe. Because that is where that started.
Huh. Yeah. Well, that makes me feel less bad about my fucking ignorance to the subject.
And that's why Miami is considered such like a heavy EDM capital. You know what I'm saying? That's like the true history. You know?
Yeah.
It makes sense why EDM would go so crazy out there. Cause that's like what they've been listening to forever.
Yeah. I mean,
this is just a new version of it. Back then it was like I'm sure you probably remember those type of electric beats that had like robots on it and like voxes on it.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I didn't realize that was the part of it that started in Florida.
Yeah, pretty much, man, every part of the US developed rap in their own type of way. And now we're seeing people taking these subgenres, if you will, and creating even more. So it's just transcending the genre even more and more and more. It's pretty wild.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
I would say like I don't know about any other genre that has like transcended like that.
I can't either. Not without going like so far off track that it's not really the same thing. You know, like they call rock and roll the same thing, but rock and roll isn't what it was when it was the Beatles. You know what I'm saying? It's a totally different thing, and it went through phases, like Jimi Hendrix, and it went through uh, all like it started emphasizing, you know, more guitar, more this instrument, more that instrument, and it kind of, I don't know. It's always been ever changing. Whereas like you could still find hip hop today that reminds you of the '90s. You know what
I
I'm
would say
saying?
the same thing with rock though. A lot of bands right now are doing pretty much like they're carbon copies of like the Sex Pistols. They're carbon copies of the Ramones. They're carbon copies of a lot of these punk bands that started the punk wave. And
Uh-huh.
that's something that I fuck with. I fuck with the punk wave. I fuck with those bands.
Yeah, I can't think of
So
like many new bands like the new like one of the rock bands I listen to now is like the Prophets of Rage. You know that it's is Chuck D. It's
oh yeah.
it's
It's
Chuck
the rap
D.
rock.
It's Be Real, and then they're basically the all the instruments are played by Rage Against the Machine.
Yeah.
So
It's some real rock rap.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I love that. We could get
And
that.
Ice T did a lot of good shit with the rock rap as well.
He did. He did.
Yeah.
Uh,
But every true fan of rock, I would say like you're always gonna have the true fans of rock like not fuck with that.
yeah.
But that's like I would say that's kind of similar to the old hip hop heads though. They're hearing these new crazy ass beats. They're like, damn, what the fuck?
For me, it's
But that's what I like about hip hop. You can add so many elements
not.
and still keep like that core principle of like rap and hip hop.
100%.
And you can add so many different aspects to it, do so many different things. Whereas rock, if you were to compare it, it's like if you do anything else but have the rock, like this traditional rock band 5-piece setup, you know what I'm saying? Like 5-man setup or 4-man, 3-man, whatever the case may be.
Mm-hmm.
If you add something else to that, like people are gonna be like, that's not rock.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
I get what you.
Like
I
even
get
if you
what
add a fucking keyboard, they'll be like, that's not rock. That's something else. And it's
yeah,
like
I get that.
it's like I think people still recognize that like trap is hella similar. Bro, it's like hip hop beats even they're crazy now cuz of all these digital effects, but you still hear the same patterns. You still hear the same things. You know what I'm saying? Like I love how it keeps the same principle kind of, but it changes so much.
Okay.
The
Yeah,
type
there's
of beats now are not the same type of beats as you couldn't even make the type of beats that you can make now off of the type of equipment that they had then.
Yeah.
So it's a different story, but the principle from that person producing those first beats ever is the same principle I'm applying when I'm making these beats. You know what I'm saying? It's still like a rapper that's gonna be on it, spitting bars. You know what I'm saying? It's still rap. It's still hip hop, regardless of like how crazy ass my beat is going. Like no matter what type of crazy shit I implemented, as long as it still has that feeling, it could still be hip hop, still be rap, and that's a dope thing.
Yeah.
If you were to have a rock band and you implement something else, now they're calling you pop something. You know what I'm saying? They're calling you some bullshit when you just want to be a rock band, bro. But you just want to try something else. Like you want to implement some more shit. You know?
Yeah. Dude, I love that perspective. Yeah.
I'm actually finna start a rock band too.
Hell yeah.
Glad we brought that up.
Yeah, dude.
I already have a fire guitarist, I have a fire bassist. I'm looking for a dope drummer. I have one that I'm looking at, but I'm still looking. I'm still scoping the field. But I'm finna be the lead singer of that bitch. I'm finna produce that bitch.
Hell yeah.
Yes, sir.
That's sick, bro.
Shit gonna be fire.
I'm super happy for you, man.
Just some more shit I got going on. Cause I'm trying to improve. I'm trying to show everybody that I could do it all. You know what I'm saying? There's no reason to not do it all. Like hip hop and rap is what inspired me to be a producer, but it's not everything that I can do. So, like, why not just do it? Why not do everything? Shout out my man X for saying that too one day.
Yeah, man.
For tweeting that one time.
For sure.
Try everything, man.
Definitely, dude.
No reason to ever limit yourself, man.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, I'm really happy for you that you're taking that kind of perspective and taking the torch with you with that guy, with X.
Facts, man.
Yeah,
Bro taught me a lot. A lot of things. I look at life a totally different way now, and I really appreciate him for that. Looking out for me after the grave type shit.
Yeah, dude. Isn't it amazing how real that kind of thing feels? Like, cause I always think about this one guy that passed away when I was in high school.
Mm-hmm.
That I couldn't say I was like super close to, but we had these moments that when we were kicking it or were together, or taking me through certain experiences. You know, I felt like this is like a super influential person, and then when he passed away, I think a lot of people kind of changed up their ways and really wanted to take after his example. The good aspects, not anything else, you know.
Yeah. So it changed the way you thought about shit. Some shit.
100%.
Yeah. Definitely makes you think about like your relationships with people.
Mhm. Yeah.
Like, you gotta tell people that you love them more.
Yeah, man. Yes, shout out.
Sure, for
Jacob.
people, man. You gotta go out of your way for your people. Check up on them. Make sure they're straight. A lot of people are going through some shit. And don't feel like yours is more important than theirs. You know what I'm saying? That's not what real friends do.
For sure, bro.
Real shit.
Yeah. This whole thing has been real, dude. I've really enjoyed talking to you.
You know, keep it a buck forever.
Yeah, man. Do you have anything else that you'd like to plug real quick besides that sick shirt?
Man, I'm SEVENRAXX on everything. SEVENRAXX. SEVENRAXX.
Hell
If you
yeah.
Google me, you'll see it all.
Hell yeah.
You'll see it all. SEVENRAXX on everything. I already secured it on everything.
Absolutely, that's sick.
Yes, sir.
I that's a great idea. I made a Twitter. I don't really use it, but I just needed to have that at.
Yeah, facts. No, you gotta secure that.
Yeah. So
Hey, is there anything you want to tell to the youth, bro? That may be watching.
Man. Being that I'm still like in college, I can give some advice to people who are in high school, especially. Do what you do. Do whatever you're doing right now with like 100% effort, and make sure you develop a great attitude. But at the same time, make sure it's not the only thing that you focus on. I think that was one problem that I had in high school, is I only focused on football, thinking that was going to be my future no matter what. And sometimes certain things just don't work out. So as much as you feel like you're doing the right thing right now, you're young. You know, I'm referring to high school people, so you're young, you still don't know 100% of what life has to offer. So don't close off doors before they even open for you. So that's my advice, dude.
I like that.
Thanks, dude.
I would definitely like to tell the youth that to just spread a positive message, and that the world will definitely break you down if you let it. You know what I'm saying? That positive message you have in your head, that good sense, everything, stuff will happen in your life that will break you down, and it'll change you if you really let it. You know what I'm saying? So Don't let it change you. Don't let it change that light in you. Keep on spreading it no matter what type of shit happens to you. I don't care what happens. I seen a man the other day that had his head completely blown off pretty much by a shotgun. You know what I'm saying? Just this homeless man. And if anybody has a reason to be mad at life and to hate their life, it's him. You know what I'm saying? And this man was the most positive man like I've ever met, for one thing. And he said God is good. And when that man tells you God is good, how can you debate that? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's real shit. You can maybe debate me. You can maybe debate your parents, whatever, but you can't debate that man from saying God is good. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? That's real shit.
Yep, 100%. And you know what? I'm really glad you said that. I love that you said that first of all, but also the fact I totally forgot about this. We brought out the Naruto. We brought
Yes,
out
sir.
Naruto on this desk, and I know you. Hell yeah, wearing rocking the leaf right there, dude.
Rocking the leaf.
I used to have all my shit decked out in Naruto stuff, but Naruto is for those that don't know, it's like a yeah, you got that
Got the
kunai.
kunai.
Uh,
You dig what I'm saying? Put this hoe right here.
Naruto was like around a little bit after Dragon Ball Z, the same tier where like people who aren't into anime are into that shit, because
Highly recommend.
yeah, because the character development, just everything about it is so good. But Naruto specifically was this type of person who like never gave up. Everybody in the town hated him. He was cursed with something that he didn't even realize was a blessing in the end. Uh, and
Yep.
I just think it's
And
beautiful.
he came
how
back a
they-
hero, bro.
Yeah.
Everybody loved him. Everybody that had their doubts about him, they loved him.
Yep, like
So-
literally, it was people would not let their kids talk to him when he was young,
Yep.
and it went from
They
that.
thought
to
he
the-
was a demon type shit.
Yeah, and then from that to the entire city, like lifting him up in the air. And I know it's a cartoon, but at the same time, these messages are 100% real.
No, yeah.
So
If you haven't seen Naruto, I highly recommend it. I know it's an anime, whatever. You don't want to be considered watching anime. I don't give a shit. It's worth the time watching because it teaches you really about people. It teaches you about life lessons, and it teaches you things that you could actually apply to your real life. Regardless if it's a cartoon and the type of shit they got going on, it doesn't really matter. You're going to see that you could learn some shit from that show, bro. And that I highly recommend anybody to watch that.
yep, absolutely. I think that's a great place to finish. You can always find me at either on the DL_pod, that's Instagram and Twitter, and then at David_label, I think, on Instagram. I know I've already had to go through this a few times, but yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what it is. And Boston, I'm SEVENRAXX, dude. Thanks for coming in, bro.
Of course,
Really appreciate you.
Of course, man.
Yay. We out.
Shout out on the DL,
Oh.
bro. Shout out on the DL. Oh, were you gonna
Thanks, bro.
put it on me or what?
Oh shit.
You forgot, huh?
Dude, I
I
almost
reminded you
forgot.
about your own podcast.
And
Damn,
always
look at this, man.
keep it.
On the motherfucking DL, boy.
Thank
yes,
you,
sir.
dog.
It's
Thank you.
SEVENRAXX
I
signing
needed
out in
that.
this
It's the
bitch.
first
Yes,
time I
sir.
forgot that shit. Get out of here, man.
Yes, sir.